If the bearing of a point A from B is 60 degrees, what is the bearing of B from A? These are the options provided. This particular question is given in surveyor's bearing where they use 3 digits. So if you have a point, this point can be a village, it can be a town, a state, as the case may be. If the bearing of a point A from B is 60, what is the bearing of B from A? If you're dealing with any question on bearing, one thing that you must take note of, very important, is that statement from. That's where you are going to start from. So if they said the bearing of a point A from B is 60 degrees, it means the angle at point B moving towards A is at 60 degrees. So it means when you draw your cardinal point like this, your 60 degrees should be going along this way. That is from the north to this line. That is where you have your 060 degrees. So we're not given the distance. There are some questions that comes with distance, like 12 kilometers as the case may be, the gap between the 2 points or the 2 towns. So if this is point B, because we are told that the bearing of a point A from B is 60 degrees. Now at this point, we are at point A or town A, as the case may be. So if you are at point B and you want to get to point A, the bearing is 60 degrees. Now, what if you are at point A and you need to go to point B? What will be your bearing? That's the question. If you are at town B, say this is Lagos, and you are going to town, let's say Ogun State, you are going to move at 60 degrees from this point B, which is Lagos, to point A, which is Ogun. Now, that person that is already at Ogun, intending to travel to Lagos, what will be the bearing of that person? That's what this question is all about. And in reading our bearing, we start our movement from the north in the clockwise direction. So just like you have here, this person is already at town B. Now the bearing of A from this B, we start our movement like this from the north to this line here, and we have 60 degrees. What if you are already here? We also start from our north. Remember, from here to this point is 90 degrees. That is a right angle. From this point to this point, this is north, south, east, and west. From north to east, you have 90 degrees. East to south, another 90 degrees. That is 180. And we need to add this value here. That will be the bearing of B from A. Now, you already have from north to south to be 180. So we need to know the value here. And from our introduction to geometry, you will see that the value of this angle here, 60 degrees, is the same with the value here. And the reason simply is alternate angles are equal. This angle you have here is equal to the angle you have over there. So because of that, you are going to add 90 degrees, which is the angle from north to east, plus 90, which is east to south. That's 180, plus this 60. That gives you 240 degrees. That is the bearing of B from A is equal to 240 degrees. Now, when you look at your cardinal points, someone who is already at point B intending to go to point A is going to travel in the northeastern direction. That is what you are seeing here. From this point, you move 60 degrees northeasterly and you get to point A. If you're already at point A and you want to get to point B, you now move in the southwestern angle because this is southwest.